Hotels abound everywhere, but when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Residential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and also 1222-6282. A&T Presidential Hotels. Comfort and class redefined.
Third quarter is here. NTA Television College Refilled JOS invites media practitioners and non-media practitioners to be part of our short proficiency courses starting from 13th July to 25th September 2026. The college offers hands-on experience on practical training from certified professionals in the broadcast field. The courses will commence as follows: online reporting, digital studio architecture and integration, intermediate camera operation, motion graphics design, parliamentary reporting and judicial reporting. For registration details, course schedules and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call the following numbers: 0803-383-4343 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College Refilled JOS, your gateway to media excellence.
Sweet is the memory of the righteous. It is exactly 1 year that you departed this world, High Chief Akinola Olafisoye, the Olubusere of Idonre Kingdom, who departed this world on the 28th of July 2025. That day, we celebrate you today as we remember the day you left this world of sin to the great beyond. We will continue to relish the memory of everything you mean to us, just as we miss all that you represented while you were still with us. We are using this opportunity to say thank you for all your sacrifices. Continue to rest with the saints till we meet to part no more. Late High Chief Akinola Olafisoye, the Olubusere of Idonre Kingdom, even in death, you remain our heroes. Fondly remembered by the children on behalf of the entire family.
It is glad to have you join us on another edition of News Diary tonight. News Diary is a compilation of fresh reports and some of the ones that made headlines in the course of the outgoing week. I am Toyin Batire. We'll go on a short break. News Diary returns with the news of the day. Please stay with us. Former head of state and chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, retired, has urged the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to remain impartial and ensure justice for all political parties ahead of 2027 general elections. Abubakar gave the charge on Friday when the chairman of INEC, Professor Joash Amupiton, accompanied by national commissioners and members of the commission's management team, paid him a courtesy visit at his residence in Minna, Niger State. The visit formed part of INEC's consultations with elder statesmen ahead of the August 15 Osun State governorship election and 2027 general elections. Pledging his support for the Electoral Commission, Abubakar called on the Commission to conduct elections that are free, fair and credible, transparent, stressing that every political party must be given equal treatment irrespective of political pressure. He acknowledged the enormous responsibility placed on the leadership of the electoral body, describing the office of the INEC chairman as one of the most demanding in Nigeria's democratic system. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amupiton, said global attention is already fixed on Nigeria's 2027 general elections, urging staff of the commission to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity to ensure a credible electoral process. Speaking during an official working visit and interactive session with INEC management and staff of the commission's Niger State headquarters in Minna, Amupiton warned that the commission could not afford to disappoint Nigerians or the international community. He said election management bodies across Africa and international election observers are already looking forward to monitoring Nigeria's next general elections, making it imperative for INEC officials to conduct themselves responsibly. According to him, the commission is determined not to repeat past shortcomings and has begun improving logistics, transportation and infrastructure across its state offices to support a more efficient electoral process. Amupiton announced that the commission would introduce a system to reward outstanding performance while imposing strict sanctions on staff found guilty of administrative misconduct. You are still watching News Diary. We'll go on another break. It returns shortly.
Third quarter is here. NTA Television College Refilled JOS invites media practitioners and non-media practitioners to be part of our short proficiency courses starting from 13th July to 25th September 2026. The college offers hands-on experience on practical training from certified professionals in the broadcast field. The courses will commence as follows: online reporting, digital studio architecture and integration, intermediate camera operation, motion graphics design, parliamentary reporting and judicial reporting. For registration details, course schedules and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call the following numbers: 0803-383-4343 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College Refilled JOS, your gateway to media excellence.
Many thanks for staying tuned. You can also watch New Diary on these social media handles: Facebook at Nta Akure, YouTube at Nta Akure. Now to some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa during the week reaffirmed the support of the state government for President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027. The governor was speaking while receiving members of the PBAT door-to-door movement at the government's house in Akure, where he pledged to serve as the patron of the group. Abdul Karim Ahmed reports.
Receiving the leadership of the support group, Governor Aiyedatiwa said his administration will continue to support organizations committed to mobilizing grassroots support for President Bola Tinubu ahead of the 2027 general election. He noted that the door-to-door approach adopted by the movement will strengthen voter mobilization and encourage greater participation at the grassroots.
We welcome every support group as long as we are working towards the re-election of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Our arms are open to welcome you, to receive you.
Earlier, the national coordinator of the PBAT door-to-door movement, Comrade Asuku Sunday, said the visit was to appreciate Governor Aiyedatiwa for what he described as his administration's developmental strides and to seek collaboration in mobilizing support for President Tinubu. He said the movement had established structures across the country that would intensify grassroots sensitization through door-to-door engagement and community outreach ahead of the 2027 general elections.
We are going to go around the country from door to door, community to community, sensitizing Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians and voters, accredited voters, to see why they should continue to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The visit ended with the governor formally accepting the role of patron of the PBAT door-to-door movement in Ondo State as both parties reaffirmed their commitment to grassroots political mobilization ahead of the 2027 general election. Nta Akure, Abdulkarim Ahmed, NTA News.
Over 100 students from Akoko Northwest local government area of Ondo State during the week benefited from the Student Empowerment Program designed to ease the cost of their education. Initiative sponsored by the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, also included community support for selected beneficiaries. Abdulkarim Ahmed again reports.
The beneficiaries, who are students from higher institutions across communities in Akoko Northwest area of Ondo State, received cash grants to support their educational expenses and ease the financial burden associated with their studies. The program, organized by support groups of Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, is aimed at investing in education and empowering young people to achieve their academic aspirations.
What we achieve is that we want our young ones to have solid education and for them to access what they wanted to achieve in their future. The aim of this thing is to reach out to our people that are not able to pay their school fees and to support their education.
To support our youths to have a quality education. We are empowering them with cash. At least a student must have up to a 50,000 naira cash.
Some of the beneficiaries described the intervention as timely, noting that it will help meet essential academic needs and reduce the financial pressure on their families.
Not everybody have the financial capacity to go to school, but with this, we'll be able to pay some maybe house rents, maybe food stuff, or part of our school fees. So it really helps us.
It will help me in many ways, in my education and my studies, my life.
Beyond supporting students, the program also extended assistance to the wider community with a presentation of a grinding machine to the beneficiary as part of efforts to promote economic empowerment and improve livelihoods. In Akure, Abdulkarim Ahmed, NTA News.
A 3-day workshop was during the week organized for educationists in Ondo State as part of efforts to integrate climate change education into the primary school curriculum and foster environmentally responsible attitude and sustainable practices among young learners. Olajumoke Oladimeji reports that the workshop centered on the Greener Schools and Climate Change Education Initiative.
Over 200 teachers from primary schools across Ondo State are participating in the Greener Schools and Climate Change Education Initiative, aimed at promoting environmental sustainability, climate action, food security, and practical environmental education in basic schools. The training was organized by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, in collaboration with the Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB.
At the end of this training, everyone that have participated should be able to stand for the project, become a change champion, somebody who will be taking the lead, not somebody coming to them to say this is what you should be doing. They should be the one telling others, even beyond their confined school.
The guest speaker at the training, Professor Adesoji Adedayo, highlighted the causes and effects of climate change, emphasizing the need for adaptation strategies to protect the environment and ensure a sustainable future.
Why must we allow flooding to be disrupting our properties, our farm crops every year? And one of the causes of flooding, apart from the people dumping refuse everywhere, is also as a result of people cutting trees anyhow.
Participants described the training as timely, saying it has broadened their understanding of climate change and equipped them with knowledge they can impact to their pupils.
We have been told here today that during the hot weather with this climatic change, we can easily make use of the trees under our schools for effective teaching and learning.
It enabled us to know the difference between a fishery and aquaculture. It told us a lot of things, the meaning of climate change, the consequences, and how we can safeguard it.
Other stakeholders recommended practical initiatives such as establishing tree nurseries, tree planting, school gardening, and other sustainable agricultural practices that promote learning, improve nutrition, generate income, and foster community development. The program, formerly known as Agricultural Education Training Program, has now been renamed the Greening Schools and Climate Change Education Initiative, reflecting its broader focus on environmental sustainability and climate resilience. As the program witnessed the distribution of seedlings and agricultural inputs to participating schools in Akure, Olajumoke Oladimeji, NTA News.
You are still watching News Diary, and we are still on some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. The National Population Commission (NPC) during the week said it has commenced nationwide digital registration of birth and death to improve access to civil registration services and strengthen population data for national planning. This was during a press conference held in Akure to commemorate the 2026 World Population Day celebration. Abdul Karim Ahmed reports.
The Federal Commissioner for Ondo State at the National Population Commission, Olukemi Nyoton, said the digital registration system is designed to provide secure, accessible and efficient birth and death registration services for Nigerians. She explained that the initiative, introduced through the Electronic Civil Registration and Vital Statistics platform, will provide round-the-clock access to registration services, digital certificates and a database integrated with the National Identity Management System.
This digital transformation provides 24-hour access to services, insurance of digital certificates, and a secure interoperable database integrated with the National Identity Management System. It is designed to ensure that every Nigerian has a legal identity from birth.
Olukemi Nyoton stressed that every birth and death record must be properly documented to support national development, noting that the Commission has deployed ward registrars across 203 wards in Ondo State to make registration services more accessible to residents.
The National Population Commission, in collaboration with the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALCO, commenced the digital registration of children under 1 year. Critically, ward registers have now been deployed in all 203 wards across the 18 local government of Ondo State. This decentralization ensures that registration services are delivered directly to communities and families, removing barriers of distance and access.
While calling on major stakeholders to support the registration exercise, Nyoton maintained that accurate population records are essential to ensuring that government policies and social interventions reach the intended beneficiaries.
We cannot plan for a population we do not count. We cannot secure a demographic dividend to our young people if we are not healthy, educated, skilled, and documented from birth. And therefore call on our local governments, traditional rulers, religious leaders, health workers, and the media to support our ward registrars and ensure that every birth and every death in Ondo State and across Nigeria is registered properly.
The National Population Commission maintained that birth registration remains highly subsidized, with charges applicable only to selected specialized services such as certificate reissuance, urging residents to register births and deaths and obtain more information by visiting its website at www.nationalpopulation.gov.ng.
Ondo State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development during the week convened a stakeholders meeting to review its 1 year of initiatives aimed at improving the welfare and empowerment of women across the state. The roundtable, hosted by the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Dr. Seun Oshamaye, in Akure, brought together stakeholders to evaluate achievements and chart the way forward. Ayomide Olowoyo reports.
The stakeholders engagement team, the Odatiwa Women Initiative blueprints and deliverables, journey so far and charting a better pathway for excellent and transformative women programs, provided a platform to review the ministry achievements, strengthening collaboration and chart a strategic course for advancing women-focused development in Ondo State. Addressing participants, The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Dr. Seun Osamaye, appreciated Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa for his unwavering support and commitment to women inclusion. She highlighted the ministry's key achievements over the past year and reaffirmed its resolve to expand programs aimed at improving the welfare, empowerment, and socio-economic development of women across the state.
There is significant investment in human capital development. It's obvious and visible. Government of Ayedatiwa administration has demonstrated a strong commitment to advancing the welfare, the empowerment, the development of women, children, elderly, persons with disability, and other vulnerable groups in Ondo State.
As part of the event, outstanding members of staff and distinguished personalities were presented with awards in recognition of their dedication, commitment, and exceptional contributions to the objective of the ministry. The recipients described the honor as an encouragement to remain steadfast in the pursuit of excellence.
I am one of the awardees today. Yeah, some people may feel, oh yes, she deserves it, but there is no sense of entitlement. When you work and you are being rewarded, you need to appreciate those that rewarded you.
I'm a gender advocate, so doing this for the women affairs is what I love doing. It's what I'm passionate about doing because it's about women, it's about children, and it's about persons with disabilities.
Stakeholders commended the commissioner leadership and applauded the state government for creating greater opportunity for women participation in governance. They also called for sustained collaboration and increased investment in programs that enhance the well-being and economic empowerment of women.
Woman is a natural carer, so when you have a woman in the seat of leadership, you're sure of the masses, the citizens care.
The commissioner put together women from different parts, and for us to come together and deliberate, for us to come together and look at the past, look at the present, and chart a way for the future.
The event, which marked Dr. Seun Osamaye's first anniversary in office as commissioner, reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to promoting inclusive governance and implementing impactful programs that improve the lives of women across the state. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
Now, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ondo State during the week reaffirmed its commitment to promoting women's participation in politics as part of activities marking this year's PDP Women's Day. The event celebrated the vital contributions of women to democratic development while renewing calls for greater inclusion in leadership, decision-making, women's empowerment, and gender equality in governance. Ayomide Olowoyo again reports.
The program provided a platform for political engagement, strategic deliberations, and discussion on strengthening the role of women within the People's Democratic Party. Participants explored practical ways of increasing women's participation in party affairs while advocating greater inclusion in political leadership and decision-making ahead of the 2027 general elections. The national woman leader of the party, Professor Adenike Ogunse, spoke on the importance of women's active involvement in politics, reaffirming the party's commitment to increasing female representation in elective and appointed positions. She urged members to remain united, continue supporting the party, and uphold the principles of fairness and equal treatment for all.
Nigerian women in politics are only to wear uniform, t-shirts, face caps, and be dancing and singing at political rallies. It's not going to be like that. We are going to be campaigning for both females and males, and the female population percentage will be increasing in PDP. We have set the pace.
The Ondo State chairman of the party and the state woman leader disclosed plans to roll out an economic empowerment program for women across the 18 local government areas of the state. According to them, beneficiaries will receive vocational training as well as financial support to establish their businesses as part of the party's commitment to improving the socio-economic well-being of women.
Women are very, very essential when we come to political equation. Vis-a-vis of telling to the voting medium when we have to now contest with other parties. So what we're trying to do is that to give them or tell them that there is hope in future and for what they are doing.
I am now urging the women of Nigeria to participate in politics.
Stakeholders and participants reaffirmed their confidence in the unity and stability of the People's Democratic Party, calling on members to remain committed, tolerant, and focused on the party's collective goals and positioning it for success in future elections.
We're very hopeful, we're working hard. That's why the national woman leader is going around the states of the federation to ensure that we carry the flag of PDP.
We are happy that PDP is still alive. PDP power, PDP no shaking.
The program ended with renewed calls for greater women participation in politics as party leaders and members pledged to sustain consultations and strategic engagement ahead of the 2027 general elections. In Akure, Ayomide Oloyo, NTA News.
Students of Comfort Tender Fit Secondary School, Akure, during the week visited the Nigerian Television Authority, Nta Akure, on an educational excursion aimed at exposing them to the practical aspects of television broadcasting. The visit provided the students with first-hand experience of broadcast operations and a deeper understanding of how television programs and news are produced. Nifemi Suleiman reports.
Students of Comfort Tender Fit Secondary School, Akure, were taken on a guided tour of the Nigeria Television Authority, Akure, where they were exposed to the practical aspects of television broadcasting. With the assistance of members of staffs, the students visited the studio, master control room, editing suite, and newsroom to gain first-hand knowledge of broadcasting operations.
I'll show you the videos from here.
The student described the excursion as enlightening and rewarding, saying it broadened their understanding of broadcasting and inspired greater interest in pursuing careers in the media.
I don't really have interest in broadcasting, but my excursion today taught me that I have interest in editing and the studio room broadcasting.
We learned that the lights, the camera, microphone, and other equipment are most essential for broadcast.
My most exciting part is the studio room, learning different things in the soundproof room, the lights, backgrounds. We have different backgrounds for different news. The MCR, learning the stuff about the monitoring, the sounds, and everything.
Some teachers of the students said the educational excursion was organized to complement classroom learning with practical exposure, enabling students to better appreciate the processes involved in television broadcasting.
The practical aspects makes it much more easier for the students to be able to pick words, identify materials and the gadgets used in media. So bringing them down here for them to come and see what they see at home live makes it easier for them to have interest in the job itself.
Comfort Tender Fit Secondary School, Akure, was established in 2004 with the aim of promoting academic excellence while instilling moral values in its students. In Akure, Oluwanifemi Suleiman, NTA News.
And that's the size of News Diary tonight. We thank you for watching. Good evening.
Sweet is the memory.